I was like, wait, I'm gonna have to check this because I couldn't tell if I was moving or not.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just paranoid.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be like any streaming career. I think I'd probably be good at it, but
It's.
do I want to?
I'm not gonna lie, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But it is
Have to
very
be proper.
rewarding too. It is very rewarding. So for our viewers, I've been going through trying to fix the audio problem where we have this loud, massive hum in the background, and that loud, massive hum in the background was from a cardioid microphone that I had. I actually had two of them, and one of them blew up, like literally exploded. Tassie jumped up and knocked it off of the shelf, and I mean, that's not even 2 feet, to a padded carpet floor, and it hit the floor and exploded. The mic jack busted off into the USB jack. The base that screwed onto the tripod snapped in half. I mean, the whole thing was useless. The only thing that I salvaged out of it was the tripod, which I can now use for the new webcam.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that, I mean, aside that loud background hum that you hear right now, that's the air conditioner because it's fucking hot. It's miserable outside, and I don't deal well with that. And so that's what you hear in the background. But I'm hoping that these new stereo mics are sounding better.
Yeah.
You're bringing in the fancy.
Yeah, well, it's what I've always said, especially when it comes to tech problems. If you have a problem, you can solve it by throwing money at it.
Ah, yes, sure.
Every single time.
Only with tech problems, though.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
I can swing those, man.
Fucking twinkies. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited to fight a Yeti.
Oh, you're gonna be so surprised with that.
It's not gonna be a Yeti, is it?
Well, there is one in your future. Yes.
So, is it like still windy and gusty, or is it like morning kind of like still?
No, it is. It has died down.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Probably better for tracking, I guess. Like. Yeah, the secret that I picked out. Man.
Do you need me to look at it?
Huh? I mean, as the DM, it'll probably concern you, but
I don't know that it'll concern me.
not like, I mean, like, concern.
Involve.
It'll involve you, yeah.
But I'm thinking about why your character would hang around with my character.
Well, you
You
grew up
said-
together in the same tribe.
Maybe not that long, but
Maybe not that long.
You said that though your character is true neutral, he has a bond with like women and children and protecting the underdog, those in need.
Let me see your secret.
Kinda.
That's what you told me the other night.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Wow, you hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, maybe your character is like, this delightfully fleshy woman will die in the cold without my guidance.
That yeah. That
So
makes sense.
so I'm going to hold this up to the camera.
Yeah.
So this is what Crypt got.
Red slot. egg in
No,
my
you
chest.
did. Just be quiet.
Doodly dee.
Doodly dee.
Doodly
Let me
dee.
see
Doodly
yours.
dee. Oh yeah, I folded mine up and put it over here.
This is what Hronda got.
Weird. They're weird secrets. I already let him read mine. Like, he knows.
His is way worse.
I'm not even from this fucking planet.
Way worse.
I know.
So
Why?
between the two of you, are you going to reveal your secrets to one another?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he would maybe know yours.
She is not terribly secretive, and I think that since I have one of her personality traits as has nightmares, like this bitch has fucking serious nightmares about mind flayers and traveling.
And
through
he's
space
known you a
and,
while,
like,
but are you going to reveal it to everybody else? Is the question.
there is no everybody else yet.
Not yet. But there will be in the future.
Yeah, and I can make that choice in the future. But I
Right.
figure maybe we've been traveling for a while, and maybe
Right.
like I had night terrors, screaming, fucking thrash.
And then are
sweating.
you going to reveal this to her?
Yeah. Here.
Like, oh shit. So if you've seen Aliens,
Mhm, yep,
Yeah, recently. No, it's Alien. Aliens.
yep.
well, Aliens would actually be everybody having that,
Yeah.
but I guess Alien
Like,
would be.
If you know that's your secret, then you know you might be a live for today kind of guy.
Well, right. Which explains some of his roleplay choice. Yeah, you could. So, all right. Well, I'll give you some opportunity here, if you want. So, you come down, and you smell scrambled eggs and reindeer sausage and bacon. But you don't see Crypt. And you see the three dwarves have woken up. And they're over by the fire. Bless you. And they are digging into some food. They're like, oh, Hronda, come over, join us.
Oh yes, she'll go and have a seat. I noticed Crypt isn't here this morning. I'm sure he's already out rescuing your sled.
Oh, that would be fantastic. I hope he didn't go alone.
He's really quite a guy. Didn't even wake me up this morning. What a dear.
Oh, I hope he didn't go alone. Those Yetis are terribly dangerous.
Yeti Schmetty. What's up with all this sausage? You gonna eat that?
Oh, Barmaid, bring us more, and bring us another skillet of those wonderful scrambled eggs with the pork bacon. He says that like there's another kind of bacon. There might be.
The cobalt bacon.
Oh my god, I saw the funniest fucking thing. Speaking of, like, there's another kind. So we are at Winco last night, and we're going through the meat section. And they have this frozen bag. So ridiculous. They have this frozen bag of bone-in goat cube meat. And on the bag, in a big blue starburst, almost looks like the Imperial Navy starburst, but it's blue. And it says, real Australian goat meat. And I look at this, and I look at Kate, and I go, because fucking Australia's known for their goats? I mean, what an odd
Who's trying to
marketing
pass off?
I mean, what a weird...
Imitation Australian goat meat.
What a weird marketing choice.
Sure.
You know.
You said
whatever.
Winco.
Yeah, it was Winco.
That's what I love about
Yeah.
we've gotten frog legs there. They carry.
Oh my god, do you
they
remember
carry
fucking
straight
old
legs.
Food for Less where you go and buy the whole octopus or...
Octopus is great.
Oh, I love octopus.
It's awesome.
But you gotta
I kinda
massage
feel
it for
bad
like
eating them
45
'cause they're
minutes
too
if
damn
you want
smart.
a decent octopus.
But yeah, I was like, real Australian goat meat? Like, because that's what Australia. In Australia, goats probably have like a scorpion stinger and venomous fangs
And a pouch.
and a pouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's a scourge of
Maybe a
every
duck
town.
bill.
They killed 20 people raiding our town with a huge herd of Australian goats.
Lordy.
So you're sitting there eating breakfast with the dwarves, and the front door opens. Make a perception check.
Nat 20.
Ooh. You see Crypt come in the door, and cold air blows in. It's not blustery outside, but I mean, it disrupts the warmth inside. He shuts the door. He comes in, and you see on his shoulder that there is a tiny figure with a strange mask.
Is it wearing boots?
It's wearing a cloak of leaves and pine boughs around its shoulders. And it's all black with a white face as like a Rorschach mask. And immediately old Bitey, there's a place I go to farther up the river's flow. Where it is I do not know. Must be under that hole. And that stops.
Unlike when the dwarf got close to it and it was a proximity thing and it went
Yeah,
off.
as soon as he comes
As
in,
soon as
old
he
Bitey
walks
starts
through the door,
flipping out.
Old Bitey starts flipping out. I'm gonna make
And he's like moving around on his thing.
I'm gonna make a personal insight check to see if my character puts that shit together.
Okay.
11. I don't know. Maybe 9. You
Uh,
found one!
Yeah.
actually, don't make an insight check. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Just decent enough.
No.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah,
Oh.
when you had me re-roll it.
Okay. So, yeah, you have put together, so, rumor mill around the tavern has
And
been.
she's a gossip.
Right. Rumor mill around the tavern has been that sometime long ago, for who knows what the fuck reason, somebody caught Old Bitey. And Old Bitey was known for, because a lot of times these fishermen, they don't even bother with a fishing pole. If they can see the trout, they'll reach in and grab it. Old Bitey will fucking bite him. And it's knuckle trout being the size they are, that hurts. And so Old Bitey has actually bitten off fingers, and like they'll take parts of hands. And Old Bitey was like the big one. He's a big fish. And after whoever caught him, I believe it was a dwarf, had him stuffed by a local taxidermist, and they placed it in the Northwood Tower. A wizard came and enchanted Old Bitey that anybody who gets within 5 feet of him, it will attempt to bite them. But every once in a while, Old Bitey will break into song, which is an old fisher's tune known around Bryn Shander. You're not detecting that there's any elemental magic in your skill check. You don't see that there's a connection between him and the figure on his shoulder, but you are seeing that there's some kind of there's something plucking at the strings of the weave when he comes in, and you see this
The
little.
weave, you
he's
say.
like this tall on his shoulder, and he's like hanging on
By a horn.
by a horn and just kind of riding his shoulder in.
Fantastic! take you found one. Bring it over here. Let's have a look at it.
The Karuna looks up and goes, "That's bullshit. Goat shit. I don't believe it."
Neither do I. To be perfectly honest.
Ooh, we should have had a bet, you little dwarven thing, you. I knew my man would come through. I just knew my man would come through. Oh, you doubted him the whole time, didn't you?
It's a silly place.
This is a silly place. About that time, the door opens and you see Danica come in.
Oh, you're right on time. Over here, over here.
And she comes over and she immediately sees the Chwinga on your shoulder. She goes, "He's friendly with you?" And the Chwinga looks at Danica and holds out his hand like, "Shake my hand." And she reaches over and she goes, offers a fingertip and shakes the
chill.
Chwinga's
They're chill.
hand.
It's so stupid.
It's very silly. It's a very silly place.
So. The Chwinga blesses on you, Hronda, the charm of biting cold. This charm has 3 charges. As a bonus action, you can expend one of the charm's charges to wreathe your weapon's attacks with biting cold for 1 minute. Until this effect ends, you deal an extra 1d6 cold damage when you hit with a melee or ranged weapon attack. Once all the charges have been expended, this charm vanishes from you. And the Chwinga, Danica, sets down a tome and opens it up, unbuckles it, opens it. She reaches in, she pulls out a quill pen, a little ink pot. She starts writing, and the Chwinga jumps off of Crypt's shoulder and kind of dances around to the page and looks as she's writing. And she looks at him and she goes, Is that all correct? And he looks at her.
Ooh, you should have him put his cute little boots in the ink and make some boot prints on the page. Oh!
The Chwinga's like, oh, and it puts its hands in the ink and slaps a hand down on her page.
Oh, delightful. Look at that. Look at how tiny.
And then the Chwinga, once she's done writing, the Chwinga looks at all 3 of you and kind of does this and then dances off, goes through the window, the crack in the window pane, and escapes. And is gone.
Okay.
What a delight. Do we get paid now?
Yes. Danica is ecstatic. You have done better than my wildest dreams. And she pays you each 25 gold.
There's your 5.
You may keep the
Thank
lantern
you.
of tracking elementals. And she also gives you...
Is it prettier than my regular traveler lantern? In terms of aesthetics.
Yes, actually.
It's more aesthetically pleasing
It's
than
more
my current
aesthetically
just
pleasing.
general traveler lantern, the pop-up business.
Yeah, this is more of like... If you remember from 3rd edition, there was the accordion style.
Mm.
This is more like that, where it's an accordion that opens up and there's a bullseye in the middle so that you can shine an actual light with a mirror inside. This is like that. Because you did such fantastic work, she pays you an additional 25 gold. So you get 50 gold each.
You did all the work, dear.
Thank you.
And she adjusts her jewelry and...
60 gold.
So how much for
60.
60 and
40.
40 for you. Yeah. Oh wait, no. It was 50 gold total.
For each of us.
Right. You
Oh,
want?
right.
Oh no, it was 50 gold total.
No. It was 50 gold each.
Oh. But then he asked for more.
And then you gave me the 5.
Right.
And then I took another 5 from the second. Then you gave me another 5. So you gave me a total of
Well,
10.
from the second quest, you haven't been paid yet.
No, not the second quest, but like 50
The bonus.
gold
The
each.
bonus 50.
Oh, the bonus.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, 60-40. And she's taking the lantern. Because, I mean, how often are you going to use the lantern of elemental tracking?
Eventually.
Well, if it's a prettier lantern than the lantern I use, I'll just, I don't know,
There,
use a prettier one.
It's funny you say that.
This is a magic lantern, right?
It is a magical lantern. In fact, let me double check that. I may not be in this book, but let me double check. I think it might be. Oh. Yeah. It is not. But that's really? What the hell, dude? There's some new spells in there. Let me, creatures. Oh. It's like right on top of it. I had it surrounded. Lantern of tracking. This hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Each lantern of tracking is designed to track down a certain type of creature, which is determined by rolling on the lantern of tracking table. Well, we already know this one's elementals. So for elementals, right. While the lantern is within 300 feet of any creature of the elemental type, its flame turns bright green. Green flame. The lantern doesn't pinpoint the creature's exact location, however. So it just lights up with green light
When it's within 300 feet.
when it's within 300 feet of an elemental.
Okay.
But it is a quite fancy lantern.
Fancy's nice. Fancy's what we live for.
And so Hronda is like,
It's what you've been.
that's great. We've now
Right.
discovered that there are, in reality, tiny elementals. Are you going to get to finding my ore?
Yes.
Oh, it's only breakfast time. We'll roll out in just
yet,
a
and I've already
minute.
completed a quest.
I just ding. No, not yet.
Fine. Whenever you're ready, Crypt dear, I'll escort you out into the snow.
The cook and bartender for the Northlook Tavern are happy enough that they're actually quite ecstatic. The cook is happy that you brought back the butcher knife. And so you have been set up with rooms, a full room and board, for as long as you require. If you come back to the Northwood Tavern, you have a room to stay, and you will be fed and have drink.
Ooh, isn't that sweet? What a dear.
Yay.
That's a little bonus to your payment. I mean, that's
Good.
yeah,
we
that's
have
like
a free place
another
to stay.
5 silver pieces a night just for staying.
Yeah. Pretty.
So you pack up and the dwarves teach you how to put on snowshoes if you haven't put them on before. Although I would think you guys probably have.
Are my feet, like, since they're big reptilian, wide-toed, are they just enough instead of snowshoes, or just no?
That's a really good question.
That you need webbed
You're
feet.
still
You need webbed feet, my friend. Because it's about
You're
weight
still
distribution.
medium size,
Okay.
and so these snowshoes are adjustable to fit.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Leather buckles. Try to say that, and I think about the time that I went up and I got shitty. I rented a snowboard and boots, and they were shitty attachments and shitty boots. And so, like, after you go down like 3 or 4 times, have you ever been snowboarding?
A couple of times.
So
I'm not
where
big outdoorsy.
where you get the snow and ice packed in, and then you have shitty snaps, and your boots won't connect anymore. So then you gotta pull out a Leatherman tool and kind of dig the ice out, and fucking pain in the ass is what it is. And so I think that was the last time I went snowboarding. I'm like, fuck this. Next time I go, I'm gonna spend some money and buy my own shit. I love snowboarding though. It is a lot of fun. I think I'm too old for it now though. I told myself.
I am certain I'm too old for it.
Yeah, my back.
I wasn't.
I have a hard
well-suited
time
for
walking
it.
across the apartment
Yeah.
with my back the way
I
it is.
wasn't well suited for it at 16.
I went to my rheumatologist and she did a full body X-ray, and she got the X-rays back, and she looked at me and she looked at my lower back at how degenerative it is, and she goes, I don't understand how you're standing upright. And I'm like, pure force of will.
Yeah.
It's just
It's mental. It's all mental.
pure force of will. Yeah, I looked at her camera, and it was like all black from like my mid back down and like a little bit of white, and she's like, that doesn't compute. I'm like, yeah, well, I was told I'd be in a wheelchair when I was 17, so whatever. I'm still standing, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna die soon, probably.
No, you're not. Why would you think that?
No.
Look at that. Look at that hair.
My character.
Oh, your character? Yeah. Yeah, probably. So it sounds like she just stepped out for a smoke.
Yeah.
So we'll take a brief break here.
You were talking about, like, opportunities to get rid of the egg.
The egg. Oh,
Yes, the slot egg.
so Danica is a scholar. Do you want to bring this issue up to her? I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, she paid you, but she's a scholar. She seems trustworthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna, like, pull her away. I don't want to just say this in front of literally everybody, because why? Why would I? It's none of their business.
Yeah, I'm pregnant, so. I don't know who the dad is. He went
Lady,
to another
you gotta
plane. Do you
Yeah,
want?
I'll pull her aside and be like, Yeah, I got a problem. I was hoping you could help. There's a slawed egg in my chest.
So, does it say what kind of slide?
Red slot.
It's a red slide. Let's like this.
We'll make a perception check to see if I notice him pulling her off to the side. Ah, yes. 19. I think I notice. And I'm going to try to draw everyone else's attention away from you and your friend.
Thank you.
Do we make a performance check?
Cool. Can do. I'm feeling kind of musical. 21.
Nice. Okay, we'll get to that in just a
Cool.
minute.
Yes, I'm distracting them.
But
too.
yes,
Like,
they are distracted.
Have a conversation in private.
So let's see here. Red slide. Oh yeah. It's gonna turn into a slide tadpole. That's not good. That's
Yeah.
not good at all.
Chest burster.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, that's not good. Interesting. She tells you. Oh, that's horrific. How do you know this? Slotty have horrific cycles of reproduction. Slotty reproduce either by implanting humanoid hosts with eggs or by infecting them with transmorphative disease called the chaos phage. Each color reproduces or transforms in a different way, with red slotty spawning blue and green slotty, so that would be what you will give birth to. Blue slotty spawn red and green. Each green slot undergoes a lifelong cycle of transformation into a more powerful gray or death slot. With each transformation, the slot retains its memories. So, you want to know if she knows how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, they're... No? She has no idea. She looks at you and she's like, oh my god, you poor dear. And she says, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Yeah. To be expected. I mean,
She tells you there is in the region, she's heard tell that there is an albino tiefling known as Avarice. She's a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. She may know of an arcane ritual. If anybody would know, the Arcane Brotherhood would know. And you know the Arcane Brotherhood live in this grotesque tower in Luskin. That is the tower grows up of black iron and like branches off into spires like a tree. You also know that the Arcane Brotherhood is, I don't want to say that everybody there is evil, but generally they are very self-serving.
Let's see albino tiefling's name again.
Avarice.
Avarice.
She may know, but I'm sorry, my friend. I do not. And she kind of looks around the room. She goes, "You are a ticking time bomb. Does your friend know?"
yeah. Well, where I'm attending.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
Got 2 months left.
Yeah, when you went out to get a drink, he's like, "No, I'm gonna die." I'm like, what? I'm like, look at that luscious head of hair. You're not gonna die. What's your problem? Don't get all fucking emo on me. Start listening to fucking Sarah McLachlan and Blood on the Dance Floor and shit.
Alright.
So
I managed to draw everyone's attention with a 21 performance.
yes, and you make.
And I'm wearing, I have my breakfast costume on, which is like, you know, kind of one of those sheer feathery house dress numbers, you know, with like a little, I don't know, yeah, a little sachet and a little sway up in it.
This time you make 3 electrum pieces.
Well, they heard about me last night, didn't they?
And you are given 2 pieces of scrimshaw art. One is a small piece that looks like a walrus. It's
How many electrums you said?
3.
3 electrums.
And you get 2 pieces of scrimshaw art. The first one is a bone that's carved to look like a walrus. And the other one is carved to look like a whale. Now, they're not great. They're both worth about 5 gold pieces each. I mean, honestly, when you only were like, which one's the whale, which one's the... But they're not terrible.
Ah, but they're gifts of adoration and affection.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh, thank you. Oh, sweetheart. Mwah, mwah.
Yeah.
So, at this point, are you going to go after the ore?
Probably, yeah.
Just let me go upstairs and get dressed, darling. We'll go out and find the sled. It's just a sled. Come now. How dangerous could it be?
You play this very well. For such a tiny human, you play a large woman really well.
Yes. So yeah, we'll go upstairs, get the warm furs and the warm weather things
While
back
she's
on,
taking forever.
and the UGG boots.
You probably have to do makeup.
Yeah, of course I gotta get it just right.
Yeah.
And while she's taking...
With the fake lashes on.
Yes.
You know, very drag queen every day.
Yeah, while she's taking forever, I'm gonna get, like, 2 meals.
You need a bright bracelet from Speechless Bard.
I might do.
Yeah.
2 meals, and I'm gonna bring one up to, whoever's
I'm
on
head around,
watch
I
up
looked at them.
at the gate tower.
They're fantastic. I just haven't ordered one yet. I'm sorry, what were you doing?
I'm going to bring 2 meals up to whoever's at the top of the gate tower. Any 2 guys up there or something, probably 2.
Okay.
Maybe 1. And just like ask them, like, hey, have you seen anything out of the ordinary, like yetis, or does everything look normal?
Oh, make a charisma check with advantage.
Because you brought him food.
Yeah.
'Cause I brought him food. See, I think these things through. Yeah, that's a 16, not a nat one.
So, make a perception check.
Okay. 18.
So you look out over, you bring it up to the guards above the gate, and they are exceptionally thankful. They're like eating. This is the best food they've had in a while.
Tuck it in.
And you look out over their palisade, and you see white tundra, just as far as the eye can see. And you can see from the north gate, you can see the edge of Mayor Walden,
Oh.
and you're like, shit, man, these guys have a really fucking boring job. Because all you see is white. I mean, it's almost blinding to the eyes. And the one guy says, yeah, I saw some Yetis moving out there. I think they were Yetis. Could have been frost giants, but I doubt it. Frost giants don't move this far south from Kelvin's cairn. They're out there. There's something large moving out there.
Alright.
And there was a stench. A stench on the wind. Last night when we had that blizzard, there was like the smell of death. And the other guy is like sitting there eating. He's like, oh, yeah. And he sets his plate down. He goes, it turned my stomach. Something was dead out there.
Could have been our dismembered late dwarven friend.
Could have been. I will be right back. You can discuss amongst yourselves.
You'd like to take on a little adventuring gear, perhaps a net and a spyglass.
Yes. Smart. Why did I go Black Dragon? Why on earth would I go Black Dragon?
You wanted black dragons.
Because yeah, acid, like White Dragon would make much more sense around here. I don't know. I still need to get a mini. Did you already order one? Or
Oh no. Do.
Uh-oh.
No. A net and a spyglass. I'll keep watch.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, you keep watch. You keep watch while I do it.
Have you been following the Bad Batch?
Huh?
Have you been watching the Bad Batch?
What's that?
On Disney Plus.
You don't have it anymore.
So Bad Batch is like the next stage of Clone Wars.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it for you.
I'm not gonna watch it probably.
Sorry. I must have been 7 or 8.
So this, I got some questions. Because
Well,
there's
hold on.
okay.
Okay, you have questions.
I have questions.
You have questions.
First thing is kind of a question, kind of a comment.
Uh-huh.
So as I was making this
Could be
character,
both.
it can be both. Hit points
Uh-huh.
and hit dice.
Right.
I'm supposed to do 1d8 per bard level every time I level up. So if I level up to a
It's
level
1d8 plus your constitution modifier.
right, per bard level though, right?
Correct.
So if I level up to level 2, I'm a level 2 bard and I roll 2
No.
d8.
No.
No.
So when you level up, you roll 1d8
Mm-hmm.
plus your con modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can take the average plus your con modifier.
It says per bard level after first.
Correct.
1d8
Plus your con
constitution
right.
per bard level.
Correct. So at level 2, you would roll another d8 plus your con modifier. What hit dice means is that let's say that when you hit level 2, your hit dice changes to 2. So when you take a short rest, you can spend 2d8 plus twice your con. So you have 2d8. You say, oh, we're going to take a short rest, which takes an hour. I'm going to spend 1 hit dice, 1d8, plus my con modifier to regain hit points. You can say, that didn't quite do it for me. I'm going to spend the second d8 plus my con modifier. Or you could say, I'm going to spend 1d8 plus my con modifier. And then we're going to go through the dungeon again, and we're going to take another short rest. And now I have another 1d8 that I can spend plus my con modifier to regain hit points. That's what that means. So here's where it gets really fucked up. Let's say that you take a feat like toughness.
Which I did with Telvar.
That goes back per level.
What I'm saying is, I really think I fucked up my hit points on Telvar.
You might have.
Anyways,
Doesn't matter.
my next question is, so the quick build for a bard says learn these 2 cantrips and these 4 first level spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at my spell slots per
And you
level.
don't have enough spell slots to cast them.
Well, of course I don't have enough spell slots.
Right.
But it says spells known 4.
Right.
And that's not cantrips, right?
No, cantrips don't count.
So even though I only have 2 first level slots to cast per long
You
rest,
still have those two
I can
cantrips.
choose 4 spells
So there's
to have basically
the
like
2
ready.
cantrips are cast at will.
Right. So cantrips just don't count as
They
spells
just
known.
don't count. They're just
They're not spells
blast
known.
offs.
Okay. So what I saw was that I had 2 first level spell slots, so I only picked 2 first level spells.
No,
I
you get
have
2 more.
4 spells known, but I can only cast 2 per long
So
rest.
at the end of each long rest, you can decide out of those 4 spells, because you only got 2 spell slots.
Mhm.
You can say, well, I want to ready this one and this one, and then next long rest you go, I want to switch to the other 2. Or you've got some variation there. And you
So
could
you're saying that I can't decide on the fly out of my 4 spells what I want to cast with one of my spell slots?
you have to prepare 2 of them. As far as I'm aware, bards cast similar to arcane casters. So divine casters still have to prepare their spells. Here's the difference with a divine caster, like a cleric or druid. They don't have to learn their spells. They have all of their spells available, but they only have that many that they can prepare every long rest. Usually there's so many spells available, they're 9 times out of 10 they're just like, well, fuck it, just leave what I already need. Does that make sense? I mean, you ran into this as a cleric, or you ran into this as a cleric where you had so many spells available, you're like, I'm not going to change anything.
Like I didn't know that was a thing for a little bit, so I was kind of
You just find which ones work for you and just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, which worked for me as a character, so I just erased all the ones that I
Wizards
never
have that
used.
same problem.
Does this say anything in the player's handbook about having to prepare it? It says, for example, if you know the first level spell Cure Wounds, and you have a first level...
You might be right. Bards are different.
Then you can... It says I can, kind of... I don't know. I don't see anything about having
Let me look at Bard. Here we go. Bard. Only for experience, creating a Bard. Bard table shows how many spells. Spells known of first level and higher. You know, first level spells of your choice from the Bard list. Spells, you know 4 first level spells of your choice from the Bard list. Spells known column of the Bard table shows when you learn more Bard spells of your choice. Okay, so you learn spells kind of like a ranger does. So, yeah, this list tells you, so you get another spell at level 2.
Right. And then I get
And you get another spell slot of first level.
And it says that whenever I gain a level in this class, I can choose one of my Bard spells that I know and replace it with another spell from the Bard list, which must be at a level for which I have slots or whatever. So
But you're right, it
when I
doesn't
level up, I can
say
swap.
anything about preparation.
So I can be flexible like that.
I think you're
can
flexible.
know four
I-
spells and have 2 slots to cast whatever I need.
I would say that you are flexible. You don't have to prepare spells
Cool.
like a sorcerer or wizard.
Then I'm gonna take 2 more spells from the first level 1 list.
You guys are gonna be fucking short on a cleric or the healing properties. You might want to take your wounds. I'm not telling you how to play your character, but holy shit, I was looking at you guys out of 7 players and I'm like, oof. That's a lot of money for potions in a group of towns that don't have the economy to do that. So
Well, it sounds like we're gonna be on our way to Luskin eventually.
possible. You know, I have something for that.
You have set that up.
I have something
Set
for
that
that.
up. So
Perhaps towards the end of this campaign.
we want to go with that sled.
Let's go get the sled.
I want a net and I want a spyglass before we head out.
Isn't
Okay.
the spyglass like 2,000 gold pieces?
No. I don't think it's that expensive. You want to buy a net. I will say that you could buy a net. 'Cause it's not easy to make a net. You can buy a net for 5 gold pieces.
Alright.
And a spyglass.
That's the limited glasses. Yeah.
Ooh. Spyglass is a little bit expensive. It's
Yeah.
1,000 gold pieces.
Ah, so I was
Pieces.
close.
Alright.
You were close.
That's too much then.
But you can buy a net for like 5 gold pieces. This town makes a lot of nets. Usually,
Do I need
and you're
cards?
buying them at a cheap rate because they have a whole bunch of nets, and more than half the lakes are frozen. So, you want to buy a net? We'll practically give you one for free.
Cheap net. Sure. Want a net. Any of the guardsmen have a spyglass to use for their, jobs?
Make a persuasion check, and I will allow you to make that an advantage because Liam has already
Like befriended them. Like,
greased their palms with feasty breakfast.
17.
Yes, they will loan you a spyglass.
I swear, honey, we'll bring it right back. We'll be right back.
Yeah, don't let my commander know.
We're just going right over here, and we have to keep an eye out for Yetis, you see.
This is for the militia use only. If I'm found not having my spyglass.
Oh, no. It won't happen. It'll be right back, we swear. No problems for you, honey. I saw you at the show last night. You seem to be having a great time.
Yeah, I was. Yes, you can have my spyglass.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart.
I'm not gonna use it.
I'm channeling my inner, Loxana Troy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, Lexana.
Yes!
Oh my God.
My character needs to have an element of Loxana Troy.
I tried
Yes.
watching. It's
Roddenberry's
really.
fucking wife. That's Gene
It's
Roddenberry's
really.
wife.
I know. It's really weird. I can watch like TOS. Then I try to watch some like the early stuff from Next Generation. I'm like, I can't watch this. What the fuck? Like, ugh. But then, like, the later seasons, like, during the Dominion War of Deep Space Nine, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally get into this. But, like, not the first 3 seasons. Like, no, this is garbage.
Just fucking around with Bajoran weirdness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was all, oh my God, the Bajorans.
Yeah. Alright,
Alright.
so I'm borrowing this guy's spyglass. I swear I'll come back. I'll sign something for you. It'll be worth a lot of money.
No,
someday.
just bring it back. I trust you.
Alright.
And you guys are going to set off trying to find this lost shipment.
Mm-hmm. He told us it was what way?
He points out the northern gate. The northern gate of my
Bryn
mouse
Shander.
died again. Yeah, yes, out of, oh, it's a tiny mouse on a white background. Yes, out of northern gate of Bryn Shander.
Got it.
I keep getting this confused. I keep confusing it with Roll20. I keep expecting to like click and getting a ding,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. I'm like, oh, I suppose I could, but
Well, let's go.
Right behind you, dear.
so. What kind of survival checks do you have? I mean, you could theoretically.
+1 to my wisdom, so.
You could give him the help action.
Yeah.
So you can make your survival check at advantage.
Okay.
Because she's trying to help you.
I put all my points into deception, performance, persuasion.
So, I rolled a 2, and then I'm like, oh, advantage, nat 20. So, for a total of 23, but not 20 on my survival.
So you're trudging
Ooh,
off in the
look at that.
snow with your snowshoes. You've basically got tennis rackets strapped to your feet.
Yeah.
A blizzard descends upon you, reducing visibility to 20 feet. Kelvin's cairn in the distance vanishes from view as the blowing snow and howling wind engulf you. So, that's Kelvin's cairn.
we made it to about where?
You, actually, I have something for this.
Ooh,
About.
okay. Up in that area.
Actually, I should probably keep that. That's the whole reason why this. I mean, it's a cat toy, but it's the cheapest laser pointer you can buy. Like, right there. Until the cat jumps up and knocks shit off your wall. So. You don't
Darling,
make
I can't
it.
see a thing.
So.
We put up a tent.
So this. So down
No.
here.
We're fucked.
This meter is how far a distance is. So if you're right here, you made it
2 or 3 miles.
about 2 or 3 miles. And this blizzard sets in.
Uh-oh.
I pull out the spyglass.
Are you going to stop and wait the blizzard out, or are you going to keep going?
Let's, wait out, probably.
Okay. That is.
I've got a tent shelter. We can put up a little something against the wind and, you know.
Okay, both of you make survival checks.
Okay. It's not that bad. 18. What'd
You
get?
can make yours with advantage because he's helping.
That would be really nice because I rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah, you need to make another roll.
13.
You're missing that halfling, aren't you?
13.
So, you guys shovel in and set up tents and wait out this other blizzard.
Got our little magical lantern.
You got your little magical lantern. If you wake up in the morning, and you're not in the morning, but midday, and you shovel out.
It's been a few hours.
It's been probably about 4 or 5 hours. And you shovel out, pack up your gear, and you keep going.
She complains nearly the entire time.
Yeah.
You can make another. I'm assuming you're still giving the help action.
Oh,
Go ahead and
yeah.
make another
She's
survival.
not being unhelpful, just, oh, I can't hardly feel my toes. Oh, what were we thinking coming out?
As
here?
you're
Oh,
wearing
this
these
is just,
big seal leather fur-lined boots.
21.
Nice. You
My
cross a
nose is starting to burn.
snow-covered
My nose is
ridge
starting
and
to
see a frozen, dismembered corpse in the gully in front of you.
Oh,
Snow
my.
covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that has been hauled away. You just see this headless corpse laying in the snow. It's clearly dwarven.
Okay.
Poor Ubok.
Oh, my.
Poor Uba. Okay, let's
This
follow
has
the
been taken
tracks.
away since the snow fell.
So which tracks are you going to follow?
Sled.
All right. Make a survival check.
How long between us digging our way out and us finding the thing? How long
Like
was that?
an hour.
An hour.
Not long.
They're an hour away.
Another not 20.
I see it.
Okay. So on your nat 20, the tracks, the sled tracks that are leading away, you see there are large tracks pulling the sled. And when I say large, I mean size large. They are ogre tracks.
I don't think we. Well,
Make a
we might
perception
find out.
check.
5. My feet are so cold.
That's so
Look at my
cool.
cheeks.
It's
Oh,
so
this
cool.
is so bad for my complexion.
Oh no, it's
Do you guys have minis?
Huh? I have a mini you can use.
Sure.
Sure, Hobgoblin will work.
One of these.
One of these things.
Use my little special dice.
I don't know that I have. That's. So I don't know. But I think I've got a mini. Hold on. Let me take a look.
Big box.
I don't know that I have a large Viking horned woman. You might be surprised. I do not. Yeah, I gave up the ghost and took some Afrin. I try not to take that shit, but
He had a better drill before we came.
I'm surprised you're conscious. If I take Benadryl, I'm like,
Oh, I got the non-drowsy kind.
that's not real Benadryl. I take the kind that if you take two, you're high as fuck.
While we were in our little tent,
I don't know,
I
that's
used my
kinda
prestidigitation to flavor some melted snow like chicken
So
soup.
these are,
Warm it up.
I mean, she doesn't really look
Hey,
like what you're
if
describing.
I can melt some snow
But
and make it
she
taste like
kinda
chicken broth.
works for
It will work, yeah.
Hronda.
Why not?
So you don't. So, and you guys are actually like back here. The creatures you've been following appear to be goblins, based on their stature. All 6 of them groan, grunt, and curse loudly as they haul a bulky sled toward what appears to be a 20-foot tall wagon parked in the snow. Harnessed to this conveyance are 2 roaring polar bears that don't look very happy.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do? I guess at this point, hold on just a moment. Yes, at this point. You should look up goblins. Oh, yes.
I'd like to use the Pokemon you got.
Okay. Both of you roll initiative. This is like, wait, I gotta roll initiative.
Is what? Armor plus dex? Modifier?
So it should be D20 plus your dex modifier.
15.
Okay.
What do you mean a D20 plus my dex?
So roll a D20 plus your dex modifier.
Right.
Hold on here. So I'm sorry, Crypt, what'd you get?
15.
And Rhoda?
3. Have you seen all this snow and ice stuck in these little
3?
snowshoe thingies? Look, can
Yes.
you see all this ice down here?
I kind of point to the goblins and go, we got company, keep it down a little bit. They don't see us yet.
Ooh.
Boom, boom.
I don't have penalties for work for polar bears.
And the one, I'm like, yeah, well, we won't run into polar bears, so I don't bring my polar bear mini, but then we do run into polar bears.
So you see
One time I don't have it.
here. You see this little caravan of goblins and this big sled, and you see at the very front the goblins are pulling the sled. Where's the back? You see from up front this large hulking beast drops some chains and he comes out and his eyes glow blue and you can see it through the distance.
Uh-oh.
And that's all he's going to do for now. Correct. What would you like to do?
I could probably make it here.
Oh, yeah.
I will get here. Here. And I will attack
She's like,
with,
what?
I will attack with my glaive.
Go for it. So you're going to stay 5 feet out of reach?
Yes, 5 feet out of reach.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Oh, yes. That hits.
Uh, 12 damage.
Wow. All right. So you
Do I
swing your
shank him?
glaive and you drop a goblin.
Sweet. Got the drop on them, eh?
You did. Goblins are like, no. This goblin is going to drop the sled and attack you. This goblin's going to drop the sled and attack you. This goblin's going to drop the sled and attack you. This goblin's going to run ahead and take the defensive action. So you got 3 goblins that are going to swing on you
Okay.
with goblin scimitars. Actually, that guy's not going to take the defensive action. He's going to fire on you with a short bow at disadvantage and fire through his companions.
Or try to. Probably just gonna kill one of his companions.
Maybe. We'll see. So, first scimitar attack.
My armor class is 17.
Miss. Miss. Nat 20.
Oh wow. Yay. Okay.
So let's see here. He does. Nine points of slashing damage.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah, level 1 sucks.
Yeah.
And the third guy misses. And the fourth guy is gonna fire his bow. $16 misses.
Yes.
Alright. The goblin boss. The goblin boss sees this ruckus going on behind him and cracks a whip and orders his polar bears to depart.
Is he on the cart with the oar?
Yes.
Oh.
No. He's on a big cart laden with tons of loot. These guys have there is a cart, and I don't have, I guess, a mini for that. There, what's going to be the bottle opener? Full of the iron ore. But the cart that he's taking off with is laden with loot. It's a big, like, barrel top wagon that has been converted with skis.
Okay, I want that.
The polar bears go "Mwah!" and take off, and they're pulling this big wagon.
Okay.
Hronda Broadhorn, what would you like to do? Or, I'm sorry, Hronda Broadhorn. Sorry, I'm still learning your guys' new names. Weird. After 2 years, it's weird. I'm used to going bang, 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 bang. Oh, fuck, I don't know your names anymore.
I'm going to use my bonus action to inspire my friend, giving him plus 1d6 to his next whatever roll.
Okay.
Attack or save or skill.
Okay.
You are bardic inspired. Give you.
1d6?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's fucking huge.
It is.
Well, I have one in here. There you go. It's not mine. And for my movement, I will move up to about 5 feet behind him. And
I can't add this to damage, can I?
Not damage, but to an attack roll.
Okay.
Attack roll or ability check
Or ability
saving
check
throw.
or a saving throw. Right. So I get to about 5 feet behind him and, you know, start wailing on my drum and singing a song, and I will reach out and touch the back of his neck and, you know, cast heroism. You're immune to fear, and you get hit points that equal my charisma modifier at the beginning of each of your turns. My charisma modifier is 4.
Okay. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Wow. So every round, you get, what's your charisma modifier?
4.
You get 4 hit points back.
At the beginning of each one of your turns, you can regain 4 hit points. And you're
Can I
immune to
regain
fear.
4 hit points now or no?
No.
At the
At the
beginning,
beginning of your
every one of
turn.
your turns.
Yeah.
And yeah, as a free action, I'll be like, fuck 'em up! Wailing on my bass drum that I got strapped to my
Yes.
back with my mallets here. And yeah, and then I'll turn around and take up kind of a defensive position behind you. Ain't nobody gonna sneak up on us. I'll whack them with a mallet. That's my turn.
Turn this back.
Oh, I had another question for you, Chris.
Yes.
Armor class.
Uh-huh.
With
10
bar-
plus your dexterity modifier.
plus my armor, whatever I'm wearing, right?
Yes.
My bard comes with leather.
Well, it
says-
depends. It depends on the armor you're wearing.
Right.
So you're wearing leather.
But I want to be wearing padded. Because I think it would make more sense for her to be in like a warm padded cloak and padded dress and everything.
It's
for
the
like
same.
warm.
I don't care.
But I'm not.
11 plus your dex mod.
Yeah. Does that work for you?
Yeah. It's only a plus one.
But for whatever reason,
I don't give a shit.
disadvantage on stealth for padded armor. That's weird to me.
I think that's a mistake. I'm gonna say that's a mistake.
Seems weird to have disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, I'm gonna
padded
say that's a
armor.
mistake. There's no reason that you would have disadvantage on padded armor. There's zero reason. I mean, I guess if you got a bunch of pillows duct taped to yourself, you can't move that well. But I don't see that leather's gonna be any better.
I don't know. Okay, so
Take the disadvantage. Does it matter?
well, I mean, I don't think she's a particularly stealthy kind
Then
of chick
it
anyways.
doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
yeah, take the disadvantage. I'll look it up though.
Okay.
I'll look it up. I kind of feel there's errata there.
I'm wondering if I should spit on them with acid and kill them real quick, or if I should save my
the
acid for
that
him.
guy.
Yeah. Ooh, I forgot about rage being a thing. I gotta enter rage.
Definitely. This
Let's
makes
see,
you mad.
Can I real quick read what it does again?
For sure. I think I'm kind of done with it. I think we got everything I need. So.
Rage, what does rage do? Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you and I have older books. Because there are some books, some of the newer players editions, that have some of the shit that's different than what is printed in my book. So maybe I'll look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. That looked kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it seems
But mostly, just
odd. I would think that like a fucking ninja monk wrapped in padded armor would be stealthy. I would think.
Yeah.
But then I think about it, I'm like, well, you know, they're wrapped in like fucking. If you look at actually medieval padded armor,
Yeah.
you barely move your arms. Because that's what they would put then the chain over it and then the plate. Like, okay, maybe I could see that. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll see if there's errata. It does seem.
I'm just thinking from
Odd.
a roleplay perspective. I don't know if my girl here would be
I
wearing
think for a roleplay,
leather.
it would just be a padded,
I'm thinking like a
quilt
padded
pad.
robe. Yeah, quilted.
like a pad,
Yeah.
a pad. Yeah.
Quilted armor, whatever, you know, just.
I would say that no, it does not. I mean, unless it goes all the way to your ankles, that could be a problem. I don't know.
But even then, that fits my
What-
roleplay thing, like, you know, having
Yeah.
having the long things.
It
long
might be a
robes,
disadvantage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me look, and
Yeah.
I'll see. I mean,
Whatever.
you're not going for the stealthy type,
No.
so it may not matter. But I'll look.
Yeah.
So at the front of this,
Mhm.
this guy who's really big goes, and he goes, and you realize it is an ogre zombie. It's not a living creature, and it's coming your way.
Okay.
You know, he will go ahead and dash that far. He can't get to you yet. Crypt, what would you like to do?
I would like to stab this guy with my glaive.
Do those things. So, goblin?
Goblin.
Goblin.
Add D6 to your attack roll if you like.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can choose
I'm good.
before or after your roll, but you can't choose after he's told you whether it hits or not.
Right.
21 hits.
Yes, that hits.
I believe.
You are correct, sir.
Just know that I can cast that bardic inspiration like 3 or 4 times, I think.
Wait, before I attack, I enter a rage. Can I do that? Or just...
As a bonus action, you can go into range.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to go into
So-
rage. And then I attack it.
Technically, I have to look this up because you're only first level. So, as a baby barbarian,
That's a baby.
A barbarian.
as you were, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make melee weapon attacks using strength, you gain, that's all melee attacks. You gain a bonus to the damage roll that it increases as you gain levels as a barbarian.
That's +2s. Level 1.
Okay. And you have resistance to bludgeoning and slashing damage. You cannot cast spells.
Yep. And this guy is I'm gonna evolve him eventually to become a rage barbarian, but not like wild rage, controlled rage basically,
Oh yeah.
for personality purposes. So yeah, attack hit, 8 damage.
So you kill that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This guy is actually different.
Yeah, he's got the
He has a
gold
little
belt.
gold belt.
Yeah.
That's actually my my buddy's. My buddy is playing
A goblin. or a
Sprite,
kobold?
the goblin. He's a druid barbarian, and they are now level 14 in Tomb of Horrors.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'm like careful to like keep them separated, like because it's a pain in the ass. They all look the same, except for him with the gold belt.
And like I have that with a bunch of my hobgoblins too, except this guy has a gold belt as well. So
Right. See.
like completely identical, except he has the freaking sword that's not that.
So the goblins, 2 of them.
Are like, oh my god, he just killed 2 of our buddies and we freaking didn't even hurt him.
I know they're goblins. They might shit their pants, but they're not kobolds. So the goblins are just going to make their attack. Tessie, quit being a freak. That's only 2 attacks. 19 to hit.
That hits.
For oh no, 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
And the second one, oof, soft 20 to hit.
Okay, that also hits. Nice.
For 5 points of piercing damage. Or, I'm sorry, 5 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, I'm at 3 hit points.
So, yeah, they're dinging you pretty hard.
Dinging me pretty hard.
You gained your +4 on the beginning of your turn, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
I did.
You did?
I did.
Okay. Okay.
Goblin boss.
You have cure wounds, right?
I don't.
Top of the
Wait.
on top of the sled
I
getting
forgot
pulled
what you
away.
said Charm of Biting Cold does. I thought I would just look it up, but this is having a hard time showing me what.
Oh, charm biting hold.
You add like cold damage to your attacks or something.
Yeah, that's. But I forgot exactly how much.
It gives you a if you get 3 charges.
Right.
If you spend a charge, you can add 1d6 cold damage. The goblin boss on top of the giganto sled.
Were those attacks slashing damage?
They were slashing.
So I have to take half of those.
Half.
So I'm not as low as I thought I was.
Resistance to slashing.
Resistance to slashing and bludgeoning, correct?
So I'm not as hurt as I thought I was, but I'm still like at 7 hit points, not at 3, but that's still much better.
The goblin boss is going to chuck a javelin at you. Probably fuck that up. And bone it with a 11. The javelin goes shoom into the snow next to you. You're like, what? The polar bears are like, and they keep pulling this gigantic sled that the goblin boss is on. Hronda, what would you like to do?
What's the distance between me and Goblin Motherfucker on top of the thing?
I would say. I knew you were going to ask that.
You would say that you need.
If you want to, I mean,
I just want to know spell range.
I know, and I specifically did not. I got these with no grid on them, specifically so that we could do more roleplay. But
Well, I mean, you could just tell me whether or not I'm in range. And, you know, like, make it up.
so about 15 inches. It's 30 meters. What I need to get is one of those textile, just the rollout for like measuring suits and whatnot.
So 30 meters, 30 yards, 90 feet? Is that what you're saying?
30 feet.
Not 30 meters.
I'm sorry, not 30 meters, 30 feet.
Oh, okay. Alright. 30
Sorry.
90 feet, yes.
I'm like,
It's
you're
90
gonna
feet.
make me convert this from
I'm
metric
sorry,
to
I didn't-
standard,
yeah.
Chris? Really?
Yeah, my mistake, 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet. That's okay.
Actually, it's 15 feet. It's actually 15 feet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was doubling things in my head. No, it's 15 feet.
15 feet is well easy.
Oh wait, it's 5 feet. No, you're right. 30 feet.
30
It's
feet.
5 feet per inch. It's 15 inches, so it's 30 feet.
Yeah, that's pretty much 30 feet-ish, yeah. So I heard
30 feet.
15 of them.
Got it.
Right.
So cantrips, though I can cast them at will, they do take a full action.
Depends on the cantrip.
How's that?
What's it say for casting time? What do you want to cast?
Just wondering. Well, yeah, like just wondering if a cantrip takes like a whole action.
It
or,
depends on the cantrip.
Vicious mockery. If it's just.
I think Vicious Mockery is casting time of 1 action.
Yes, 1 action.
So it would be 1 action.
Got it.
So you're gonna look at this guy and go, motherfucker, your mother
No, I'm not.
fucked horse.
What I'm actually gonna do is cast Dissonant Whispers at this guy.
So you're gonna whisper in his ear, your mother fucked horse.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
go over there and
so he gets.
tear your little goblin dick off.
Look at that dexterity save. So
it's a wisdom save versus 14.
all right. Which guy? Oh, boss. All right. No, he got an 11.
3d6 psychic damage, and he wants to be as far away from me as possible.
Roll 3d6 psychic.
Like,
You could potentially kill him with a headache.
Kill him with threats of chopping
Yeah,
his little
no, it's
goblin
this
dick
is the
off.
worst shit I've ever had. A nosebleed and he's done.
8.
2 1s. I looked at that 6. I'm like, oh, and then
I
the
know,
freaking
and then the 2
2
ones. Like,
Okay, so he gets a nosebleed, is terribly upset, and he cracks the whip, and the polar bears start drawing it forward further. The polar bears
I was
are
really
not
hoping he would
in
bail
the
off
mood
the
to be.
wagon.
Yeah.
He's not bailing off the wagon. He's cracking the whip. Shit.
Ogre
That was
zombie.
not my intended result. Sorry, friend. Wait.
Right.
I still,
So
Can
you
Bardic
have bonus
Inspiration-
action or movement.
Can Bardic Inspiration be used on myself? No.
No.
Maybe? Let me look.
I want to say no.
I feel like.
Like no. Maybe. No. I think at higher level it does.
One creature other than yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you haven't used my die yet.
Huh?
You haven't used the one I gave you.
I don't know.
I want it, dude. I can use this bonus action every turn. So like,
I gotta use it. Okay.
yeah, put it down on something. Okay, because I want to fuck you.
So I'm sorry about the green field.
Yeah. You
Ima-
have so much to
Imagine that it's supposed to be snow. So I tried to buy a new a snowfield, and they're all sold out. So everybody is playing Frostmaiden because there are no battle mats, no snow ever. Like all of I will like. Okay, can I get like grasslands 1, 2, 3, 4? None of those are available. Could I get like snow tundra? No. Snow tundra 2? No. Can I get snow tundra mountain? No. They're all fucking sold out. I'm like, okay, well, a lot of people are playing Icewind Dale. So there will be a new mat incoming, but I
Not
just can't
yet.
buy it right now.
I'll use some movement to go over on this side of him, maybe over here.
Yep.
And man, I don't know, what can I do on a bonus action?
Well, didn't she do a bonus action?
Nope, I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, that's right.
That took a full action.
I don't know. You could give Bardic Inspiration.
And he
Again.
still has my Bardic Inspiration. It can only be active on one character at a time, and I can't cast it on myself. So, I
Okay.
As a free action, I'll yell, you got this. But that guy's getting away.
So
I know.
around this corner, 5, 10, 15, 20. Is a ogre zombie.
Wow.
But he's still 5 feet out of your range.
This is good.
Crypt, what would you want to do?
I am going to
Gain
use...
4 hit points.
Yeah, gain 4 hit points.
Yes, I am going...
Good call.
Thanks. I'm going to use my Draconic Breath weapon. Use...
So it's a line of acid.
At him.
Okay.
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. 14.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So smooth, that whiskey. So smooth.
Inhaled a little bit of it.
Oh, no.
It's good whiskey.
Ah.
Wow. Dexterity?
Yeah.
He gets a 16.
Okay.
He's like, "Ah!"
Half damage. Six damage. Wow. 6 walking damage.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's sizzling and angry.
Yes. Okay.
Goblins are going to attack Crypt. So you're stepping back. So one of the goblins
Yes, I am going to step back.
gets
Like,
an attack of opportunity on you.
So I'll be 10 feet away from him and 5 feet away from him. So I'll still be able to shank him, but not this guy.
Okay, so one of the goblins gets an attack of opportunity on you.
That might be bad.
That's not a huge thing. 13, 19 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, the hit.
Okay.
Okay. I got an idea.
5 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
Got an idea?
And now their turn.
Begins.
17 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh.
Oh. 8 points of piercing damage, or slashing damage.
I'm down.
You're at 0.
Yes.
The other one is going to turn. Right there. And he's going to make a slashing attack against Hronda. $13 to hit.
Hits.
It does? Wow.
I'm a big target.
3 slashing damage. The goblin boss is like, fuck this. And the polar bears continue to pull him away. Hronda, what would you like to do? See, this is why I said I didn't want to fucking run this adventure.
Yeah, well. We'll be rolling new characters. It's fine.
Yeah.
We died out here in the waste.
No, you're okay.
We'll just draw new secrets next time.
Right.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to cast a glowing red rune in this shape and design about 3 feet across in the snow in front of me, and I will scream at the top of my voice, "Be gone, or I will summon something from the very depths of hell to fuck your world up."
Make a deception check
Yes, please.
at advantage.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20? So,
Even the zombie is scared.
now the zombie's not scared, but the other 2 goblins are like,
What this
They-
goblin?
yeah, this is a goblin. They fear and run away as far as they can.
They're fucking off,
Give me just a second.
huh?
You can think about your bonus action.
I don't have anything for a bonus action. Fuck's sake.
Wow. I mean, you could give me a bardic inspiration so that I succeed on my death saves. But I have another piece of pizza. Just chew that.
Yeah. But you still have my bardic inspiration die, right?
Oh, yes, I
For
do.
10 minutes.
For 10 minutes.
Yes.
On my next turn, will I restore hit points?
Yes.
Ooh, so I don't have to stay down very long.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
I cast both of my level 1 spells, so down to cantrips, man. But I thought that was a pretty clever use of prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
It would suck if I have to roll a new character. I cannot sit down right.
Someday you'll learn to sit.
Yeah.
I
Someday.
believe in you.
Alright. Bonus action.
I have no bonus action, but as a free action, I will start to pretend like I am summoning a demon from the depths of hell. I'll start like speaking in tongues, rolling my eyes back in my head, waving my fucking arms around. Like I don't want them coming back. Like I wanna.
Okay.
I'm leaning into it. I'm leaning into the performance. That's what she's gonna do. So yeah, just as a free action, like Ula Maka Ala Shiamanu.
Make a deception check.
Not performance.
I'll.
It's all the same.
I will
They're both +6.
Yeah,
I don't care.
will allow performance
Yeah,
if you
it's
want.
really whatever. They're the same thing. 17.
That's pretty good. So, this ogre zombie comes up and comes up to his corpse and is about to beat down, and he goes, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" and runs off into the snow.
It's like, wait a minute, where'd everyone go? I better run too.
The
Thanks. Saved us.
I told you I had
The-
a plan. It's alright. We weren't
goblin
after that.
boss and his horde, and he had like this large sled full of loot, takes off into the snow.
Well, I hope he has nightmares about getting his dick chopped off by a lady opera singer.
I'm gonna keep chasing him.
No.
Yes.
Bitch, I'm putting you on the sled and hauling your ass back to the house.
And his goblin horde runs off into the snow. And zombie.
Just goes, and then his bones freeze and crack, and his legs.
Maybe. So, you are left with. So you, Hronda, is left with the sled that is overloaded with iron ore and an unconscious dragonborn.
On his next turn, because of my heroism, he will regain 4 hit points. But that's
true.
That's not until his next turn, but I will load his happy ass up on this sled. I will take the net that I've brought to string across him, strap him to the sled.
Set him up like a dragonborn Christ on board the.
And this
Stack
big
of
old beast of a woman
iron
will yoke
ingot.
up that
So these
fucking
are
sled.
iron ingots. So like if you think about a gold ingot, these are iron.
Yeah, I want to start making strength checks.
And they're stamped with the
Battle hammer insignia.
battle hammer insignia, which is a couple of beer mugs.
Alright, so what kind of strength checks do I need to start hauling this shit back through the snow, pulling this sled? Is it possible for a person?
Make an athletics.
4
check.
goblins were doing it, and she's
No,
strong.
it was being hauled by 2 fucking. It was being hauled behind a sled with 2 polar bears, and
were
a
hauling it
ogre
all.
zombie.
Oh, okay.
So
Let's see if I can do anything here. 8.
So you're
3
like,
feet.
and you're working at it. You get 4 hit points.
Yeah, I'm freaking awake.
You're awake.
And I immediately, like, where am I? This is uncomfortable. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start helping.
See? You should have a better opinion of me now. You're like, this useless broad.
Yeah, she's like,
you wake
leaning
up on
into
the
it.
sled. I'm stomping my ass back to the whole thing with you on the thing. See? How does it make you feel about your friend now?
Save us. Well, we're gonna get quick. So.
Oh good, you're awake. Help me, bull!
So for a strength check, that's 24.
Alright, so between the 2 of you, you're able to drag this back to Bryn Shander.
All the way.
All the way.
Hey, it's like
4
4
miles.
miles.
4
4
or 5 miles. Yeah.
in the snow, uphill both ways.
Yeah, uphill both ways. But you have snowshoes, so
And it is a sled. So,
and it's
you
a
know,
sled, so weighed down with iron ingots, but yeah. So you get back to Bryn Shander. And you're both like, this was a load that was heavier than like even nobody would have left here with a dog sled team and caused them to, haul this. Nobody's that cruel. They're like, the fuck? You know, like you come back with this sled and it's like this pack of iron.
Unlike the city card, like, how did you carry that?
Right.
Well, I have strength 20.
Well, there's that too. They're like, how did you carry this?
I was raised by Goliaths. Freaking
I
strength
helped.
training. She helped. Yeah, she helped. She was a very good helper.
I need a bowl of stew.
You can have all the stew you want once we get this back to these dwarves.
So there are 300 iron ingots, like wrapped in burlap.
Here's your spyglasses, honey. I promised you, I promised. Don't worry, I won't tell your captain.
Hronda, as you come back to the North Light, Hronda gives each of you, you get an emerald worth 50 gold pieces. You get a sapphire worth 50 gold pieces. And you will be the friends of
Battlehammer.
Clan Battlehammer, and you get a 10% discount in any shop in Clan Battlehammer.
Sweet.
So
That comes
if you
somewhere
are
down?
if you are in any of the dwarven halls for Clan Battlehammer, you get a 10% discount.
Nice.
Right on.
I'm not gonna give you a level just yet.
So that would put us ahead of everybody else.
We don't want any of that.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna call it here. I know it's about a half hour early, but I'm gonna call it
What
here.
you talking about? It's about a half hour late, my friend.
What?
It's 10:30.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're good. It's all
Alright.
good.
That's all good.
So yeah. So that is your guys' intro.
Yeah.
Yay!
And you can
We've done a couple
you
deeds.
you guys can help lead the rest into, but both of you get inspiration points.
Hooray! Yeah, man. Nice.
So with inspiration, you either have it or you don't. You don't get multiple points,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Okay.
You either have it or you don't. You only get it once, one at a time.
Really, dude. Well, this was fun. A very small sesh,
Very small sesh.
but fun.
You, and you got, you know, Chewinga blessings
And
Yeah.
money.
and
those
money.
don't wear off until the what?
No, they wear off when you use the last charge.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, they get charges on
Yeah.
them, right on.
Nobody's used anything yet.
Nope.
So, there's that.
We got reverse blessings. Like I got the blessing to summon food, and she got the blessing to imbue her weapons with ice powers.
Right.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
So, yeah. Okay. Then we will start next week.
Right on. Looking forward to it.
Hopefully, I got a mini by then.
Oh, what?
A mini.
Oh, yeah.
Both of us probably. I hope.
Yeah.
You need
thinking
to
about
make
doing some
a
mini
trip down
shopping.
the street to the shop and go pick up minis.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Perhaps, yes.
I would like to go to the.
Join Gaming,
Yeah, I would like to
The-
go there.
best shop to get any of our minis.
Mm.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. We will see you next week